Right there, see that gap? I'm an overly picky freaking guy. That looks like a good piece right there. We're gonna try this. Let's just say you got you a 6.7 and you're really worried about having things break. Fire it up. It's kind of cold out here. Let's just get it in real quick. This pipe right here is very commonly broken. It will separate. Common. It will leave you stranded. You will be sad. We're gonna try this H&S Motorsports part out. Now that looks like a good piece right there. Can't tell if it's billet or casted. I don't know. Got some boots, fairly simple, with some instructions. And this is everything we have. All right, get the pipe off of the truck, which is fairly simple. Metal snap ring right there. And then you take an 11 millimeter right down there, right there on that one in the middle of the screen. But you'll get it from over here, right there. Yep, hit that 11. All right, so let's get up here and pull this C-clip out. I got this stupid long 11. Just like that. Push that over. Probably you normally just do it by hand. You just push off. Gotta keep that and the O-ring. It's already loosened the bottom. Now we can just weasel it out of there. That little guy right there. Now we have intake temp sensor. Get a push pin puller and get that out of there. That right there works freaking great. Transmission temp sensors are the same way. Down there, let's wipe that off real good. Just try to roll your finger in there and get it out of there without, you know, picking at it with a freaking tool. Either want a screwdriver or a razor blade. I find a razor blade will actually get in there better. Let's see if that raised it enough. Yeah. Ooh, it's dirty. Probably clean that with mass airflow cleaner, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna give the outside of it a little wipe and put it back in there, because fix it till it's broke. Just put it in, wipe it down a little bit, and see if everything's happy.
We'll see if my idea works. Warm it up.
Loosen it up. Loosen up pretty good. Now I could just see myself cutting that, getting in a hurry, trying to peel it out of there. It's down in that groove. This is going to leak oil. How much oil will decide how careful you are when you get the O-ring out. Oh goodness. Like that. Now they say all kind of, I'll just put some oil on it, put it on. Ooh, that fits good too. I like that so far. Now when it comes to this clip, I would definitely want to put that on so that it's accessible from the top. Just by hand. You can get it out of there without doing anything. That snapped on really well. Really did. Just take your time, have a little bit of oil on it, and we'll snap that on right now. Now we'll clean that flange again, get the boot on. Pretty wet down in there. Crankcase ventilation is in this, so can't really account all of that to a failure. That could just be normal operation of the engine. No ridges inside. I kind of, quite frankly, don't really like that. I mean, if we're gonna have actual high quality stuff, I mean, I don't make boots, so I don't know what else involved in it. You know, it'd be nice if it had any kind of ridge. Not to say that it'd even be a problem, but, you know, it's just a generic silicone boot with their logo on it. Not sure I'm liking that little bracket right there. Oh, here we go. Come on now, really? It's okay. We're almost all the way awesome. Here we'll weasel this thing down in, and it's just about all the way on. They tell you to take the nut all the way off the clamp and fish the clamp around it after this is installed. You just have to make sure it's completely away from where it's seating over this flange right here. Okay, because you'll cut the boot if you try to have that clamp right here and push it over there. You will cut this boot. They got a ridge on that. Maybe I'm just not entirely cut out for all of it, because I'm used to things like fitting and going together, not having to. I mean, this one works. I mean, it's all right, but we'll just cobble hell the whole damn thing in there. Just put this on first. I mean, fact of the matter is, I'm sure it'll be a good setup. After they just kind of fiddle it around. You got your freaking power steering line down there. I mean, all the things have to coexist together. I mean, this is no bigger than the factory one. It just doesn't have the plastic connection. I mean, it'll work, but it's the exact equivalent to trying to get the 03 or cold side pipe on an 07, right? Yeah, sure, you can put it on. Yeah, it'll go together. So that you can tighten this clamp up before putting it on the truck. They know where that needs to go. They should mark it so that you can tighten the top clamp on that boot right there, the one my finger's about touching, before you slide it down in the truck. And they don't give you any kind of provision to have that figured out for you. It's a part, it'll go on the truck, it'll work, but So the first placement of these things is freaking important. We got it a little bit off right there, see that gap? Yeah, this first placement, all I'm saying is honestly to have a nice kit, at least give us a reference line, give us something going on that connection right there only, and this whole kit turns easy. They put only that much time into it. Everything else is just generic. All right, so maybe I'm just need to go eat a Snickers bar or something, because that thing right there, I've wiggled things around, and for some reason the bend of this pipe does not want to relax so that the silicone boot is physically touching all the way around. I mean, I'm gonna keep messing with it. Maybe I'll get it. I'm 1 second away from the miracle happening, I guess, but I've been messing with it, been loosening that strap, tightening that strap, moving it around to get the height and blah, blah, blah. It's, let's just keep messing with it. I mean, I really just want the pipe should go down in the hole and seat all the way around and not be cocked at an angle right there, because they just got a generic freaking pipe and a generic freaking boot and stuck them together and hope like hell it fits. Before I put stuff like this out, I went ahead and called them. And, you know, they gave me the talk that there's variances between truck and truck and all that. I mean, it's not a bad part. What I had to say to him was the clamp connection on the 90-degree pipe, where the supplied pipe connects to the supplied 90-degree, they should put a line on that to show us how far up in there it needs to go. The fact that boot doesn't seat right, it's not bent right. He said, no, the clamp will close that up. Don't worry about it. So there's your answer right there. I said, that's all I needed to know. I said, I just wanted to hear that. I wanted to know whether or not you actually have this pipe bent so that it will go in the relaxed location and the boot will actually encompass the whole pipe and not be cocked at an angle where you got a little groove in it. And you tighten it up with the clamp and nobody knows. If he had a locate mark on the boot, if he could spend a little more time and have a custom boot made, I mean, at that point, you could even charge more for it, so that it locks in the groove of where the pipe is, so that you know when you're seated. So you're not sitting here wondering if you got to willy-nilly pull it in and out, twist it around, make everything tweak around a little bit until it lines up. Well, I guess it's the perfect size for that. They're going to go through all the time to machine that nice fancy piece out and then give you a little piece of freaking strap metal. I'm not a real big fan. There's my review. And H&S Motorsports 122004 11-16 intercooler pipe upgrade. Absolutely, I'm sure it's an okay piece. I'm sure it's all right, but it's not top of the line quality okay. All right, so just take that for what it is. I'm an overly picky freaking guy, okay? When it comes down to it, it's bolted on, it's done. We're not gonna have a freaking problem with it. As far as longevity of it, I'm sure it'll be fine. Got a busted boot on there, and it's all right. You spend a couple of bucks to have it fixed, and so be it. Get this part, it'll freaking work. It'll work. It's probably not any worse than any of the other ones. That's all I'm saying. Throttle pedal boost fooler on here. And we've got an edge monitor to get everything set back up, because we unplugged all that and to do what we did. Now I just plugged it back in just now. This is also the first drive since we did the OEM parts under the hood too. Temperature just went up to about 200. Thermostat open, dropped all the way back down to 188. Oh, this road sucks. Now we're hovering at 192. That's pretty good. I'm doing Frank's speed limit up in South Dakota. Just make sure we don't have any crazy stuff. This is the most I've driven this truck since it's been in our possession. Oh goodness, don't hit nobody. How many times y'all done that? Been watching the boost cage hammering on and take off, and next thing you know, oh shit, I'm about to run over somebody. Yeah, I know, I've never had it happen to me either. Overall, everything seems to be all right, functioning great. There's no lights on. It's driving exactly how we'd want it to, and Yeah, so call that a win. There's another one down.